Hello, ladies and gents, and awesome doing this beautiful Friday. Thanks for clicking on today's video. As always, so let's be the focal point of today's video. So, guys, United States President Donald J. Trump met with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky today at the White House, which is really interesting. I'm going to break it down with everything that happened in today's video. You guys also know that Donald Trump said he had a really productive phone call also in this meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. They're supposed to meet sometime next week, I heard, between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. Should be really interesting. In this meeting, to break it down for you guys, between Donald Trump and Vladimir Zelensky, I thought it was a productive meeting. It went all right. However, we didn't get a clear answer on something. Will Donald Trump send Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine? We didn't really get a clear answer on that. Not gonna lie to you guys, we really didn't get a clear answer on that. They did talk about it a little bit, but they didn't. Trump didn't really say no or yes. If that kind of makes sense. He just said we're trying to get this deal. We're trying to get a peace deal done between Russia and Ukraine. Kind of like Zelensky also gave Trump credit where he did earlier this week to end the Israel-Hamas war. Even though Hamas is starting to kill people again. It's terrible, man. I think Trump should do something with Hamas. Not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to talk about that much in today's video, but I just want to say something about that real quick. But anyway, guys, Trump and Zelensky met today. I thought it went productive, in my personal opinion. Trump talked about, like I just said earlier, his relationship. A media report asked him, what were your relationships, or how is Zelensky and Putin, what's your favorability? And he said they're both doing good. That's pretty much what he said. Trump also said during the press conference today with Zelensky, he also said that Putin also wants to end the war, which is really interesting. I think part of the reason for that, guys, this is just my personal opinion. I think since Trump has been speculating that he wants to send Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine, I think that's also the part of the reason he called Trump yesterday. I think that's part of the reason he wants to end the war now, because he doesn't want to get his capital city hit by missiles that can actually do lots of damage to his city. He does not want that, and that's probably why I think that's kind of the reason it's going to the negotiation table some more. And also, Russia's economy is kind of falling. Not gonna lie to you guys, it's kind of falling. Even though personally, I think Russia's winning that war with Ukraine, but Russia's economy is starting to struggle. Not gonna lie, isn't a chokehold. So I think that's kind of also pushing Putin towards the peace table. If you ask me, that's just my opinion on that one. But besides that, I thought it was a productive meeting, great meeting. Trump and Putin are supposed to meet next week sometime, there's no time or date scheduled. I made a video about that yesterday, there's no time or date scheduled, but there's a meeting, an in-person meeting soon, so we can get our second summit between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. They already had one all the way back in Alaska in August, which is really interesting, which honestly, not gonna lie to you guys, I thought we were gonna get a lot more peace in that summit. We honestly didn't, nothing really changed, not gonna lie. I mean, I thought it was a step in the right. It's still technically, I think it was still technically a step in the right direction, but I feel like it didn't really age that well. If you ask me, that's just my personal opinion. I feel like it didn't really impact ending the war, which was a sad thing. I thought it was maybe a little step in the right direction, but impacting the war, it felt like it really didn't do that. But I will give Putin credit. Putin came all the way from Moscow, all the way to Alaska in the United States, which is crazy. If you ask me, Putin goes into the United States, which was crazy. This meeting's supposed to take place in Hungary, so it's a complete foreign country. I think it's in Europe. The country's in Europe. I forgot the actual state they're what part of Hungary they're meeting in, but they're meeting. I think the part they're doing is the letter starts in I. forgot the full name, but they are meeting in the country of Hungary. That country, by the way, is in Europe, so that'd be really. So they're in neutral territory this time. They're not in the United States or Russia. Putin did say at the last summit during the press conference, he joked about Trump, you should go to Moscow. I don't think Trump should go to Moscow. I mean, that'd be pretty funny if he did that, but I don't think that's going to happen. But anyway, guys, how do you feel about the Trump-Zelensky meeting in the comment section below? Let me know your thoughts about it. This is the third meeting between Donald Trump and Vladimir Zelensky. The first time Donald Trump met with Vladimir Zelensky, he ended up kicking him out of the White House. That was all the way back in February, and then, towards the end of February. And then after that, Trump and Zelensky met in August at the White House. It was actually pretty productive. Zelensky wore a suit. Pretty productive meeting. And then they met today, which is also pretty productive, if you ask me. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining me on this beautiful, beautiful Friday night. Have a great day. How do you feel about the Trump-Zelensky meeting in the comment section below? Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Also, the No Kings protests are tomorrow. No Kings protest 2.0 is tomorrow. They already had the No Kings protests back in June. They're doing them again. Crazy stuff. We'll see what happens tomorrow at the No Kings protest. Let's see. I don't know if anyone's tuning into that. I probably won't. Not gonna lie. I have better stuff to do. But thanks for watching. Have a great night. Have a great day. Happy Saturday. Peace out. Bye-bye.